leading it off in true colors this afternoon as they make the corner onto Nicollet from 130th. And coming up here we have our Grand Marshal, Marilyn Tubbs. As she waves to the crowd, you can tell she's looking comfortable. She's got that beautiful smile here on a wonderful afternoon for this 1987 Burnsville Fire Muster Parade. As we're just in the beginning and we've got a lot more exciting action coming up for you, so stay with us here. If you've just tuned in, I'm Rick Martinick, your host, and along with some of the Axis people that are helping us out on this production, don't turn that dial. Keep watching. And as our Grand Marshal, Marilyn Tubbs, as she turns the corner onto Nicollet, we can see coming up is the Mayor, Dan McElroy. And as nice weather would prevail, they are in convertibles, making it very comfortable for them as they start, and they're in the very foremost beginning of this parade at the 1987 Fire Muster. And after our Mayor, Dan McElroy, we have our Burnsville Junior Miss, Laura Esch. And she was sponsored by the Burnsville JCs. The 1987 Burnsville Junior Miss, followed by the Burnsville High School Cheerleaders. Burnsville, the city of champions. Whether it be hockey or football, you name it, we've got the best down here. Again, here we have another fine look at our Burnsville High School cheerleaders. And there is 30 of them, offering all their support and cheers for the athletics here for Burnsville High School. And the Burnsville cheerleaders are followed by the Burnsville High School Band. There's 65 people here in this Burnsville High School Band, bringing their teams and their schools some of the finest music in town. They've also played at lots of other events around the Minnesota area, and I believe they've even done some outstate. Okay, the Burnsville High School Band is followed by the Burnsville High School Bravettes, and there's 40 of them. A parade just wouldn't be a parade, and especially the 1987 Burnsville Fire Muster, without the band. And the Burnsville High School Bravettes are followed by the Fire Muster Committee. Fire Muster Committee doing a lot to keep this parade going and making sure that it happens every year and bringing the best in parades and also outside entertainment for this weekend-long celebration here down in Burnsville. As you hear the sirens, they're getting ready to make their turn down here on Nicollet Avenue. Again, if you just joined us, this is the 1987 Burnsville Fire Muster Parade, and I'm Rick Martinick, your host. And this is only the beginning. We've got a lot more exciting things for you to take a look at. The Burnsville Fire Musters Committee. Okay, following the Burnsville Fire Muster Committee and that fire engine here in beautiful Burnsville is our Burnsville City Council. We have Glenn McKee and Bernie Perez. The councilman Ken Wolf and Dick Jacobson.
We'll get there.
And following the Burnsville City Council, we have the Burnsville Chamber of Volunteer finalists, and they are Tom McFarland and Janet Schickel. And now it looks like we're starting into one of our first floats. This is also the Burnsville Chamber of Commerce. As you can see, the work and the detail that went into that float to bring it out here to the 1987 Burnsville Fire Muster Parade. As they make the corner onto Nicollet, you can see all the time and work that's gone into that. Now what we have coming up next is Senator Howard Knutson. All smiles aglow here following Senator Knutson as he makes his turn on to Nicollet. And you can see everybody all in just excitement and awe as the cars are making their entrance, looking for more interesting things, in which we've got a lot. So stay with us here for the 1987, I might have said 86 earlier, and pardon me, it's a 1987 Burnsville Fire Muster Parade. And Mike McGrath, just now making the corner, Minnesota State Treasurer. Burnsville League and Legion Post number 170, Vice Commander Dan Ledoux. Auxiliary President Carol Fall. And as they get ready to turn on down to Nicollet, they've got a long ride ahead of them. Also, we have the boys and girls. Well, we're going to let them make the corner. I'm sure you can catch that as you're watching. Now we have the 1987 Poppy Queen, which is Sarah Vokes. As you can see, the beautiful colors in her dress as she gets ready to turn on to Nicollet. Right here we have Elaine Brown, Burnsville Police Department 3rd District Officer of the Year. Again, you can tell the beautiful weather, and I'll tell you right now, this Elaine Brown, the Burnsville Police Department Officer of the Year, is followed by the KS95 truck. And this perhaps, if you might have seen it sometime, is the KS95 balloon. As they've got the basket in the back there. Again, you've got that shot of Elaine Brown as she gets ready to turn the corner there on the Nicollet. Right in front of our van here, she is followed by the KS95 truck. Number 1 stereo music, KS95 with the basket in the back. Following the KS95 truck is School District 191. With Burnsville, Egan, Savage, and Together, they say they're the best. District 191 with Superintendent Sally Bell. School District 191 is followed by the Burnsville High School Swim Club. Again, we have another shot at the Burnsville Swim Club. The coaches, Rocky O'Neill, Colleen Carroll, and Julie Seidel. The Burnsville Stingers. See the little bee up in front there, up ahead of the Burnsville Swim Club coaches. Yellow and black, the Burnsville colors, Burnsville Senior High School. And speaking of the swim club, you see some of them in the boat there. It is a nice day for boating. And we have next coming up is Ebenezer Ridges. all ages. It's a family affair. Ebenezer Ridges, located down here in Burnsville. And after Ebenezer Ridges, we have Domino's Pizza with the Noid. You got to get a bang out of that. The 1987 Burnsville Fire Muster Parade here on 130th and Nicollet. As you can see, the Noid up on top there is followed by the Domino's Pizza tractor trailer. The Domino's Pizza free delivery wagon is pulling the Burnsville 4-H Club on their float. You can see all the young children around here looking as the Burnsville tractor trailer, the Big Kenworth, comes in, and they're passing out free balloons to some of the children, and also some, looks like some paper, some leaflets. The Domino's Pizza. Okay, following the Burnsville Pizza is Pat's Ranchettes, the Twirling Corps. Pat's Ranchettes are from Burnsville, Egan. As they come into camera view, you can see some of the different moves that they do have. And if you've just joined us, hey, welcome to the 1987 Burnsville Fire Muster Parade. I'm your host, Rick Martinek, and we're just not even halfway through some of the people that are in this parade here, so stay with us. This is Pat's Ranchettes Twirling Corps. And following that, we have Pat's Ranchettes, the Junior Corps. This is where a lot of them get started. And here we have the Civil Air Patrol following Pat's Ranchettes Junior Twirling Corps, carrying the Minnesota state flag and the United States flag of America. The Civil Air Patrol. As they make the turn onto Nicollet, they've got a long walk ahead of them, and we've got a lot more for you. If you've never been down to the Burnsville Fire Muster Parade, you perhaps missed it maybe this year, but hey, there's always next year, and there'll be a lot more to come. So this is something that you can look forward to. As you can tell by the crowd here, there's a lot of excitement, a lot of young children, and a lot of older people as well. And of course, you can tell all the young kids how they're enjoying it as they run up and give them a hug. Okay, coming up next in the camera view is the Kennedy High School Band. Kennedy High School Band, always known for their precision and their excellent sound. Kennedy High School, located in Bloomington, Minnesota. And you've got some great shots of the band now as they're nearing the corner of Nicollet here, where they turn off of 130th, right by the Burnsville Bicentennial Garden. The Kennedy High School Band is followed by the Cub Scout Pack number 445, out in front carrying the American flag. Okay. Cub Scout Pack 445 is followed by the United States Air Force. As he gets ready to make the corner, maybe we can see him turn around and come back and give us another shot here. Aim high with you, with the Air Force. And following the United States Air Force, we have Kid and Kinship, the 1987 Burnsville Fire Muster Parade. Kids and Kinship, bringing a float right by us here. And now coming up, we've got something that is always fun to see. The Uriah Flyers, they've got their little helicopters. I've seen these guys in motorcycles and a number of different things at various parades all over the place. You look at the precision in which these guys turn and dodge and swing in and out, and it's amazing that they don't run into one another, but they've been doing this for quite a while. Uriah Temple Flyers out of Minneapolis. As they make the turn on to Nicollet. Okay, the Uriah Flyers are followed by the Optimist Club and the Special Olympics. The Burnsville Optimist Club, Friend of Youth, sponsor many different projects here in the Burnsville area. the Burnsville Optimist Club. And they do a lot for the Special Olympics, and you see some of our Special Olympic contestants riding in their pickup. And here we have the Hopkins Raspberry Festival. King and Queens, and Prince and Princesses. A lot of work into detail in both the pulling vehicle and the float. And they are representing the Raspberry Festival in Hopkins. Coming up next, we have the Minnesota Junior Miss, Kristen Flannery. As you can see, she's sitting on the back of that beautiful red Corvette, collector car edition, as they make the corner here on Nicollet Avenue in front of the Burnsville Bicentennial Garden, the 1987 Burnsville Fire Muster Parade. Brought to you by your people at Cable TV North Central. And I'm Rick Martinick, your host, and we've got a lot of other things for you to take a look at. Now after the Minnesota Junior Miss, we have Crystal Lake Improvement Association. Water fun for everyone. Crystal Lake Improvement Association. And after that, we've got something really incredible, something that's fun for everyone. Oh, we've got our Chuck E. Cheese out there. We almost forgot that guy. Now what we've got is we have got the antique car and tractor. Interesting to take a look at these cars and this tractor, because it's fun not only for adults, but it's fun for children as well. An old Case tractor. You can see the old hand crank on front. This is a 1930 cc Case from Enid in Dawson, Minnesota. Following it down to Realty, we have the Burnsville Girl Scouts. Here at the Minnesota, I should say here in Minnesota, down in Burnsville at 130th and Nicollet, the 1987 Fire Muster Parade. Got some ponies here pulling those scouting activities for all members of the family with the hay wagon. The Girl Scouts, Burnsville, Minnesota. And as you look at all these young people out here, you wouldn't imagine, but there's 100 of them. And following our Boy Scouts, also we've got Pack 338 out there from Savage, Minnesota. We've got our U.S. Marshal in the Minnesota Territory, horse-drawn wagon. And they are followed by the Uriah Horses, or excuse me, the Dakota. I better start that over again. Let's just start right here. This is Robert Pavlik, the U.S. Marshal of Minnesota, horse-drawn carriage from Minnesota Territory. And the Mounted Patrol here for the state of Minnesota. As the ponies get ready to take the turn onto Nicollet. We're bringing you some great coverage here of this 1987 Fire Muster. I'm your host, Rick Martinick, and a lot of them are going by rather quickly, so I might miss one or two of them. There's a lot of excitement going on here, so if you can't make it today, or you haven't been able to make it for whatever the reason, it'll be here again next year. So just watch your papers, watch what's going on, and stay tuned to cable television. Barb or Jim will help you out. Whatever you need, just give them a call there at Cable TV North Central. Now here comes the Sheriff of Dakota County, pulling the Water Patrol. State of Minnesota, the Sheriff's Department. And now we have coming up the Uriah Horses, following the Dakota County Sheriff. The Uriah Horses here in the 1987 Burnsville Fire Muster Parade. Very well-trained animals. As they do a little trotting around for us and get back into formation, they'll be making the corner onto Nicollet Avenue. You know, we're down here right across the Bicentennial Garden here in Burnsville, and the weather has been just outstanding for this parade. The Uriah Horses. Uriah Horses followed by the WAYL Whale, located in Eagan, Minnesota, FM 94. Every so often, spouting a little steam. WAYL FM 94, and that is being followed by the Pepsi double-decker bus. And the fire, showing the list on the side of the Fire Muster Coloring Contest winners. First place was Heather Starks. Now you don't see too many of these around, but we've got one here in this Fire Muster Parade, the Pepsi double-decker bus. And it looks like that's just about going to do it here for the 1987 Fire Muster Parade. I'm Rick Martinick, your host, and I'd like to thank all of you for coming out to the parade today. And of course for the camera people and the crews that have helped us out to put this thing together. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you again next year. I'm Rick Martinick. So long.
This is one kind of public access TV. This is another kind of public access TV. And another kind is this. This program is about public access TV. Public access is a lot of different types of programming lumped under one title. But that brings up a feature of public access that makes it stand out from other types of TV fare. That feature is narrowcasting. Narrowcasting means that specific channels are devoted to certain types of programming. And because of that, More time can be devoted to issues or ideas that are important to the community that broadcast TV can't. These are channels that you might not even be aware of. Here at Cable TV North Central, there are 5 access channels. Public Access, which is Channel 33. KABL Local Origination, which is Channel 52. Interfaith, found on Channel 16.